give us the essence of the scope of the magnitude of this problem which exists.
I think the Delhi High Court has actually struck the nail back on the hammer on the nail. The reason is what the decision has come in is bang on the target as far as the established law is concerned. Problem is these intermediaries have been taking a lot of things for granted, including the fact that they can continue to do what they want to do and yet not be accountable. And this is thanks to a very erroneous interpretation of Section 79 of the Information Technology Act 2000. And I think that particular reason, this particular judgment is very important. It's a wake-up call for all intermediaries. Guys, wake up, do an exercise your due diligence. If you choose to be a mere spectator, you choose not to comply with the parameters of the IT Act or the IT Rules 2021, then the statutory exemption from legal liability is going to be snatched away from you by operation of law. The net effect of this will be that you will be now sued for unlimited damages by way of compensation. In addition, your top management will be liable for criminal consequences because of the various offences that the intermediary has committed under the IT Act and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So it's a very timely kind of judgment. It actually is a wake-up call, and all intermediaries need to take cue from what the Delhi High Court is saying and do their documented compliances rather than saying, I'm a mere spectator, I'm above the law, I don't mind doing anything, and I will still get my statutory exemption from legal liability. I think this kind of a strict interpretation.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Duggal. There is also like a 72-hour deadline for domain registrars to disclose their complete registrant information when requested by courts or law enforcement. Considering there are also many international entities in play over here, how realistic is, this deadline from a legal framework? If you can help us understand that as well.
I think this timeline of 72 hours is a very, shall I say, magnanimous timeline. Today, in the area of internet, cyberspace and AI, things happen instantaneously. So even if there are international players, 72 hours is more than sufficient for you to ensure compliance with the parameters of law. Why? Because if you land up being a spectator to a misuse of a domain name and allow that to happen for 72 hours, the very purpose of the law stands defeated. Further, irreparable loss and injury will be caused to the domain name registrant who has rightfully got the rights to the said domain name. So 72 hours is not at all very, very short. It's perfectly well timed. It's the time frame within which the intermediaries, the domain name registrars have to act, and they have to ensure that their international players or the international partners are also able to ensure compliance with this. So 72 hours is a golden timeline which is adopted in the US, which is invariably adopted as a backup in the UK and the US and the European Union. And now, which is what's reiterated in Indian context. You cannot have endless time to ensure compliance. Therefore, what the Delhi High Court said is only ventilating.
Well, I also need to understand what happens when the registrar outside India doesn't comply to, some of the KYC requirements.
No problem. If they don't comply, they lose their statutory exemption from legal liability under the Indian law, because they may be located outside India, but they are a registrar. They are offering their services of domain name registry to registrants in India. So tomorrow, they will be exposed to legal liability of paying unlimited damages by way of compensation. In addition, they will be exposed to criminal liability. And that, I think, is a significant step forward. I believe that the message has to go loud and clear. If you want to operate in India, or you want to target your services, targeting India, then India is not just the largest democracy in the world, it's the most populous nation in the world. You better well comply with Indian law, else face the legal consequences. That message is writ large and clear thanks to the interpretation given by the Delhi High Court.